we
All right, let's talk
can.
about a few matchups because there are a couple matchups that I was eyeing
Yeah.
for next week. I'm gonna pull up the IHSA bracket. So the first one I want to go to is between I believe it's Immaculate Conception and
Uh,
Bishop McNamara.
yeah. Yep.
That
Yep.
take place on Friday, I believe, at Immaculate Conception.
Yes. At IC. Yep.
Yep. So sorry, I see Catholic. Do they go
Yeah.
by Immaculate Conception still?
I mean,
That's what
yeah, I
that's what
mean,
IC stands for,
yeah,
right?
that's the name, but I never heard anybody refer like, say the whole thing. I just say
My
IC.
bad.
I just say IC, I don't say the whole thing, but,
Yeah,
um,
so they're in are they in 3A? Yeah, they're
yeah,
in 3A.
3A. Yep.
So, yep, they play at IC Catholic at 7 p.m. That's gonna be a really good matchup. Both
Yeah,
had really good seasons. I think IC Catholic has probably been a little bit more battle tested.
for sure.
But McNamara, Bishop McNamara has been, rolling the whole season. Are they undefeated?
You're undefeated, yeah.
Huh.
Yep, undefeated.
Excuse me. So, yeah, that's definitely gonna be a game. I know a kid DM'd us from McNamara that was at Bradley Bourbonnais last year. Was saying like come to the game, it's gonna be one. So
Yeah, it is.
I know I gotta be near Amherst on Friday at least. We'll see. We'll see if I pull up to that. But any thoughts on that game?
I think it's gonna be a great game. I think that hands down, this is gonna be the toughest test for Bishop McNamara. Like they've been rolling teams and they haven't played, to the level of competition that IC is, how they've been playing. They're 7-3 at this point, but the team that they played Nazareth, who is one of the top teams in 6A. St. Francis, one of the top teams in 5A. My favorite in 5A. They played Marist, even though they had a kind of shaky season. They played St. Rita. They lost 38-21. But I'm saying all of that to say they've played great competition this year, and for them to be a 3A team, playing teams in higher up classes. So I think it's going to be a tough one for Bishop McNamara. But yeah, IC is looking good, and I think they got a great chance of winning, and they're at home. So I think it's going to be a good game. Two great teams playing for sure.
Yep, for sure. Another matchup I want to talk about is I believe this is a 4A matchup between Metamora and Morris. Now, I got to see a little bit of Morris earlier in the season when they played Peoria. It's a pretty good
Mhm.
game. Well, they'll be playing Saturday, November 8th at 3 p.m. Metamora and Morris are the two teams that actually played Morgan Park last year. I believe Morgan Park beat Metamora, and then they played Morris in the quarterfinals and lost. And Morris this year, I believe, is sitting at they may still be undefeated. No, they have one loss. So they had an 81 regular season. They did win last week, obviously. But Metamora has two losses this season. So that should definitely be a good matchup to eye in Class 4A. Both of these teams were actually in 5A last year. This year they're in 4A. Any thoughts on that matchup?
Not too much for me. Haven't seen either team play this year. Don't really know too much about them, but yeah, it should be a good one just based on the records and how they've been performing this season as far as their records go.
And
Um,
the history of the teams too.
yeah,
They've
yeah,
been
exactly.
historically pretty good.
Yeah.
Next matchup is a 5A matchup. This is gonna be you gonna like this one, FA. Between Prairie Ridge and St. Francis. Now you said your favorite to win 5A
Franny.
is St. Francis. They did beat Morgan Park last week 28-35 in
Yeah.
a close game. You were watching that game specifically. Do you have any
Yeah.
thoughts on that game or do you want to talk about the matchup between
Uh,
Prairie Ridge and
um
St. Francis?
I kind of just want to talk about the matchup between Prairie Ridge and St. Francis. No need to go back and talk about the game. It's over with. Moving on. We in the second round now, so I think it's gonna be very interesting for the St. Francis and Prairie Ridge matchup. Prairie Ridge has been really good, but St. Francis, man, I like St. Francis, bro. I have to stand on what I said, and I think St. Francis is gonna make a run. Now, if they win this game, knocking off Prairie Ridge, that's a super great sign in 5A for them. I know Cary Grove is still out there, and they're going to have to see them as well. So, that Cary Grove, Prairie Ridge, those two teams are great historically, their offenses and everything. So it should be interesting. But I like St. Francis, and I love that offense, bro. Like I think they could get it done.
Yeah. Um I mean, you said your favorite in 5A
It's
to
St.
win is St. Francis. I
Yeah.
mean, that's honestly looking at these matchups, I mean, it's not a crazy thing to say,
No, I
actually.
don't think
It's
so
really
either. I
not a crazy thing
mean,
to say because we got Providence Catholic that's here.
Kankakee
Um,
still there.
Kankakee and Providence Catholic actually play each other next week, so that should be a good one.
Yeah.
Oak Forest and Bloomington play each other at Oak Forest, so that can also be a good one. Oak Forest has had a very good season this year with only one loss. Do they only have one loss?
Oak
Let
Forest.
me check. I believe it's only
Yeah.
one loss to Richards.
Oak Forest
Not
lost
Richards.
to
Was it
Hillcrest.
Richards?
Hillcrest.
Hillcrest. Yeah,
Hillcrest.
Lamont lost to Richards. I'm
Yeah.
tripping. Yeah, only got one loss. So, so what you're saying is not far fetched. What do you think about the matchup between Kankakee and Providence Catholic? Because that's a good one.
Hmm. Providence had turnaround season. They've been playing good. Kankakee, Kankakee with the athletes that they have. Man, it's gonna be a good one, man. I don't know. I can't call that one. I can't call that one. But
Providence did just blow out Springfield 63-19, while Kankakee on the other hand beat Lamont 19-3.
yeah,
So it still definitely be a good one.
yeah, I think it'll be a good one.
Um, Another ones I want to mention some CPS schools. King and Corliss are playing each
Yeah,
other at Gailey on Saturday next week. Wow,
yeah,
we could have a CPL team that's not Morgan Park in the quarterfinals this year.
yeah. That's true. That's
But they
true.
will have to face the winner between Prairie Ridge and St. Francis. So
Yeah,
that is a tough matchup to face. But
and I love that for King, like King being on the rise, man. Like their
yeah,
first year in the CPL, Red held their own, didn't get those big wins against team. They played Morgan Park, but they're growing. That program is growing. So I'm interested to see where they're at in the next 3-4 year cycle. But I like King. We're hearing more about him. Last year we didn't talk about we haven't talked about King this much until this year. So interesting matchup. Yeah. But regardless, we're getting a CPL team in the quarterfinal, like it's guaranteed. So yeah, that's a cool matchup. Definitely gonna be looking out for that one.
yep. All right, moving up to 6A. There are some interesting matchups in 6A. Nazareth will be playing Wheaton Warrenville South. I think that would be a good game because didn't Wheaton Warrenville South knock off big team in 7A?
They who
They knocked off, was it
I,
St. Charles North?
I can't remember. I can't remember. But they did have a
I'm
big win.
pulling it
Yeah,
up
go
right
check.
now.
Yeah, check.
So Wheaton, Warrenville, South.
Because they
Because I
lost to
remember we were talking
Batavia.
about them.
I know they lost to Batavia for the conference championship, but they had a win. But was it St. Charles North?
They beat no, okay. So they beat St. Charles North and they lost to Batavia. Yeah, so
Yeah.
they beat St. Charles North 33-7.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so I suspect they'd give Nazareth a good game. I do think Nazareth may be victorious because Nazareth is, a reigning 5A state champion, and they just moved up to 6A this year. And I suspect they would be the team that meets East St. Louis in the state championship.
Bruh.
But we'll see because East St. Louis this week plays Glenwood versus plays Glenwood.
Yeah.
Before I move on to that game, is there any remarks you want to say about Nazareth versus Wheaton Warrenville South?
Nah, not really. Yeah, I think the Wheaton Warville, they'll make it competitive, but I will have to go with Naz as well.
Yeah. It's crazy. So I know I mentioned this in the video, but Glenwood has had a flawless season.
Mhm.
And they're a really good team. I actually got to see Glenwood play last week. I lost my gimbal there. I dorked myself out, so it was my fault. But hopefully it turns up some way, somehow. I really don't want to buy another one. Anywho, I digress. Glenwood has a very good team. They just beat Joliet Catholic last week, 17-12. But I do think the score of that game doesn't really tell the whole story, because they controlled that game pretty well. They play East St. Louis, who just defeated Plainfield East 63-7. Glenwood not only in the first round played a runner-up of 5A last year. JCA lost to Nazareth in the state championship in 5A last year. They have to then come back again this week to play in the reigning 6A state champions. That is a tough draw
Tough draw for
for a
sure.
number one seed in the
Yeah,
state playoffs.
yeah.
What do you think about that matchup between Glenwood and East St. Louis?
It's really not much to think. Respectfully, we've been saying pray for 6A all year, and pray for Glenwood because I think it's gonna be a long night. think it's gonna be, but at least they at home, so they don't have to travel far after the game.
Yep, they'll be
Um,
playing at Glenwood at 2 p.m. So I believe last week they played at 2 p.m. as well. But yeah, I mean, it's a tough one. It's a
is
tough one. I mean, East St. Louis is essentially there are a lot of teams boogeymans, you know? Um,
a lot of teams in 7A because
huh?
a lot of teams in 7A because of East St. Louis.
We don't know that officially, but
Come on,
you
bro.
know.
Come on now. What
I
was
mean,
it?
I
Did you
did mention
did you
that
say something like
Richards
200-0 or something like that?
yeah, I did mention that Richards lost to East St. Louis, played East St. Louis 4 times in the last 6 years and lost to them every single time and didn't score a point. So last year being one of those years in the semifinals. Yeah, but yeah. Next game is 6A. I mean, I'm gonna just shout this out real quick. Simeon's playing Normal West at Gately Stadium. That should be a good one.
I believe that's a
Uh
rematch, right? I
no,
believe
I
they
don't think they play I don't think they played Normal West this year.
no, no, not this year in the playoffs. I think believe 2 years ago, they may have
Oh, you're
played.
talking about like previous years.
Yeah, previous year. I think about like 2, but they played at Normal West, la when they played them in the playoffs. I believe so, don't quote me on that, but I'm
I'm pulling it
sure.
up right now.
Yeah, I believe they did.
You said 2 years ago?
I believe it was 2 years ago, or was it last year? It might have been last year.
Uh, so they played Normal West on the 28th, but it wasn't in the play. Is this the playoffs? Oh, this is the playoffs. Yeah, they played Normal West in the playoffs
Last year,
and lost. No, 2 years ago and
2 years
lost
ago.
37-6.
Yeah.
Uh, cause I forget. They still be playing the city championship and stuff after they lose. So,
Mhm.
let me look at last year to make sure it wasn't last year. Oh, they played Normal West last year as well.
Oh, they played them. Okay.
Yeah, Dan, they played them. They got some history playing each other in the playoffs.
Yeah, and, shout out, Malik Givens Smith from, Normal West. I know we made that graphic earlier in the, year about or earlier in the season about him, and, he went off last week, in their game against Thornwood. I believe he had 4 touchdowns, so shout out him, man. That's an X factor guy, playmaker. I mean, he having a phenomenal season, so shout out Malik.
Wow, that's interesting. I did not realize Simeon played Normal West that much.
No, I thought yeah, because I remember, seeing the huddle, of them playing, but yeah, I mean, and Normal has won both years, right? By a convincing margin, or has it been close?
Last year I don't think it was that convincing, but the year before that was more convincing. Last year was 20-15, so 5 points.
Well, I mean, I say all that to say, whoever wins that game, you know who's waiting on you, so.
Hey man, the boogeyman is 6A. The boogeyman is 6A.
It's just
And then the next it's actually, 6A is
yeah,
actually pretty interesting this week
it is.
because Fenwick is playing Rolling Meadows. And then we also got Bradley Bourbonnais playing St. Lawrence. You know how we've been feeling about Bradley Bourbonnais all year.
Mhm.
And then Creek Monique will be playing Dunlap. I saw Dunlap last week. And Creek Monique, which offense that we said was going to be electric, looks like it's very electric now.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, they put up 73 points last week. Reckon Quincy did score 34, but come on now.
I believe that they broke a school record, another school record this past game. I just can't remember what it was, and I'm so mad that I can't remember what exactly was the record. But
But how we feeling about that matchup between Crete and Dunlap?
it's gonna be a good one. We get to see some stars on the field, man. Like we
Max Sutter,
yeah, man.
four-star
Yeah,
tight end, Alabama commit. I
yeah,
saw him last week, posted a video of him.
yep.
He's
And
a
Dorian,
dog, bro.
yeah, yeah.
And as far as like, so I seen JC Anderson play this year too, and
Mhm.
Max Sutter. They kind of use in similar factions, like the way Mount Zion uses JC Anderson and the way Dunlap uses Max Sutter is kind of similar in my opinion. But as far as like the eye test and the build, Max Sutter is a big dude, man. That's a really big. To me, he's like a. I don't know if he's like a true tight end though. I feel like he would be more of a kind of like a Taysom Hill type player.
Mm.
I think you said that before, didn't you?
Yeah,
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 because I feel like he can do. I feel like he can line up at Wildcat, throw the ball, pretty much anywhere you need him. I feel like he's that type of hybrid athlete that he could just be anywhere. But
yeah. We'll
yeah,
see. We'll see
yeah,
how
we'll see.
Alabama uses them.
We'll see how Dunlap uses them next week. Before you talk about
Hey,
Alabama,
yeah, that's
uh,
true.
I'm going into 7A. Richards will be
Hold on.
playing Hurst.
Wait, hold
My
on,
bad.
wait.
Go
But
ahead.
6A, real quick.
Uh-huh.
We potentially in the quarterfinal get to see a rematch between Bradley and Crete. If Crete wins and Bradley wins, and
Ooh,
Bradley,
that'd be a good one.
they went crazy against Crete in the beginning of the year. So they want to get that get back for Crete, and I think that this would be a great opportunity to get a rematch for them. Like they're peaking, it seems like offensively. They've had a whole season to kind of get things together. So I would love to see that rematch between Crete and Bradley. Like that'll be nice for a
Yeah, definitely be
quarterfinal.
interesting.
Yep.
It'd definitely be interesting. Bradley blew out Creed, didn't they?
Yeah, it wasn't they yeah, they yeah,
Hey, that's why we love the playoffs, man. You get to see, get a second crack at it.
yeah.
Uh Richards versus Hersey. Honestly don't know what to expect in that game.
Mhm. I don't know.
Uh Hersey, I know, had a pretty decent season. They have a quarterback that is actually pretty good. He's a junior. What is his name? Because I put him in Friday Night Five. He had a crazy play against Prospect, I believe it was. But so yeah, they only have 2 losses this season. And they started off the season playing Warren Township and Barrington, so they lost some heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Um, their quarterback is Jake Nallrot. He's a pretty good quarterback. He's a junior. Um, so should be an interesting matchup. Richards also got some guys, those are South Suburban guys. So I'm always rooting for the South Suburbs. Do y'all thing, Richards, man. Y'all know
No.
y'all been balling like last year. Y'all been on a what? They lost the second game of the season to Sandberg.
Yeah. Been
So they've
rolling
been on
since.
a what, 8-game winning streak ever since. So
Yeah.
or 7-game win streak. I can't count. Whatever it is, 7, 8-game win streak. But yeah, looking for it to be a good game. And Hersey's actually on a win streak as well because they lost their first 2 games and then they've been on a win streak ever since. So should be a good matchup for sure. They actually have been a obliterated team since they lost to Warren Township and Barrington. So actually, Prospect one was a close one, 38-14. But still, should be a good win
Yeah.
between Richards and Hersey. Now, this one's going to be an interesting matchup here. Actually, we got 2 interesting matchups because we have one rematch between Glenbar East. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is not. I thought this was Glenbar West. I thought it was Glenbar West, so never mind. But St. Rita and Lincoln Way Central will be playing each other. St. Rita got into the playoffs,
Dude,
and they could make a crazy run
bro. I
and beat
wanna I
Lincoln
wanna
Way
lock that in.
Central.
Bro, let's lock that in because look, here's the thing, right? It's something that I've been wanting to talk about, and I may have mentioned it on previous podcasts, right?
Uh,
St. Rita beat Marist to open the season 28-21. They
uh,
dropped 3 games in a row. But these 3 games were to Mount Carmel, number 1 team in 8A, Brother Rice, who we think is the number 1 team in 7A, St. Francis, who I think is the number 1 team in 5A, Nazareth, who's a top team in 6A, IC Immaculate Conception, who's a top team in 3A. So this is their schedule. Like they're playing the top teams in all like a lot of the classes. So I mean they've
so
arguably
would you
played one of the
say that
toughest.
they are battle tested?
More than a lot of teams. Like they've St. Rita has had a tough schedule. I can argue that they have one of the toughest schedules in Illinois. Like I mean that is so 6-4 is impressive with that type of schedule. So I'm gonna go out and say that I got St. Rita going on the run, man. Especially if they win this game. Like I think that they have a good shot at going on a serious run, bro. And people counted St. Rita out because of all of the losses. But man, when you look at that schedule, that is a tough ass schedule. Having to play MC, Brother Rice, all like Naz, that's tough, bro. That's tough. St. Francis is tough. Like so, I mean, we gonna see. But I like Rita, man. I like Rita, and I think I'm a say that Rita goes on a run as a 25, 25th seed. Rita goes on a run.
Think so?
I think so, bro.
Yeah. It's not far fetched, as you mentioned. They are battle tested, and they're not gonna have to face the competition. Well, at least not as early as right now, the same competitions they face, throughout the whole season. But Lincoln Way Central is a pretty good team, and
Definitely.
it's gonna be a good one. It's at St. Rita at 2 p.m. So that'd be a good one. Batavia's playing Glenbard East. I had originally read it as them playing Glenbard West, but I read that completely wrong. I was gonna say that was a rematch, but it's not. Um, Another good one would be Downers Grove North and Glenbard West.
That's the
Now, did
rematch.
Downers Grove North and Glenbard West play each other already?
Yes, and Glenbar West won, but
Yeah,
but
this is gonna be a
but
good one.
but Owen wasn't playing.
Owen Lansu.
Owen Lansu's back now, so that I think that drastically changes the outcome of the game. Having your Division One quarterback, Minnesota commit, in the game for the playoffs. So I'm interested to see how this plays out. Downers Grove did have a close win to Mount Prospect, 28-21. Glenbar West blew out Willowbrook 63-21. So
Okay,
we'll
so that's
see.
another rematch of the playoffs. We love good rematches.
Yep.
Oh, 7A guy. Ooh-wee. I knew it. 7A was gonna be the best lineup because
Yeah.
the next one is between Lincoln Way West and Kenwood Academy at Lincoln Way West on Saturday at 2 p.m. I like this matchup a lot.
I do too.
I like this matchup a lot, and I got Kenwood with the dub.
I'm taking Kenwood
I'm
too.
taking
I'm
Kenwood with
taking
the dub
Kenwood.
on this one, baby. Kenwood has been balling all season, bro. And the one thing that I've been saying, I said this at the beginning of the season, right? They should have won that St. Francis game if they would have just finished. They did not finish. And then also, they had a lot of mistakes that I feel like they corrected because they haven't lost since. And they dethroned the Kings of the City. Chicago Public League, guys. We're not talking about the actual Chicago, but Kings of the Chicago Public League, Morgan Park, they dethroned them because they finished that game.
Yeah.
And now they're in the second round of the playoffs. And I suspect them to, you know, I suspect them, they could win this game convincingly against Lincoln Way West. Will they? We will see. Lincoln Way West is playing at home, so it's definitely hard to, to win a game like that on the road. But man, oh man, they gonna clip me if I'm wrong.
Oh, you already know. You
They gonna
already
clip
know.
me if I'm wrong on this. But hey, we love it. But I got Kenwood winning this one. What you think?
Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be tough. I look, trust. All right, bias hat on. Of course, I want Kenwood to. I want them to win. But it's still Lincoln Way West. Let's not let's not tweak now. Like Lincoln Way West is a great team. They had that loss to Bradley. But I mean,
They beat Lincoln Way Central though.
yeah, they beat Lincoln Way Central, so they're a great team, and it's not gonna be tough. I don't think they win convincingly. I think if they win, it's gonna be a battle. But when you have, I'm gonna keep saying it, when you have one of the best players in the state and Kenyante Lewis leading, Kenwood's offense, and in that defense, if they can hold up, they've been playing well. I think that they have enough to win, bro. I don't think this. I don't think it's I don't think it's out of reach for them. I think that they could win that game, but man, it's gonna be close, bro. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna
it's
just
gonna be a
say I
good
got
one.
Kenwood, bro. Like, yeah, I'm gonna roll with Kenwood, man. Bias
I
hat
definitely
on.
I definitely got Kenwood as well. St. Charles, next one is St. Charles North versus Carmel Catholic. It's gonna be at St. Charles North on Saturday at 7 p.m. It's gonna be a good one. Trey
Man,
Taylor.
I'm trying to see. Look, respectfully, I want to see Carmel win this game. I need to see Trey Taylor and CJ Gray in the quarterfinals. I need to see it.
You
Brother
need to
Rice
see
and
it.
Carmel. I gotta see it. I gotta see that. That's gonna be because look, we already missed Trey Taylor and Israel Abrams. So now we could
Oh,
get
you want to see that in person, you
yeah.
saying?
I want to see that. Like I gotta pull up for that one. So yeah, I would love to see that as a quarterfinal. But yeah, those will be my two picks, honestly, to be honest.
Yeah, and if they win, so it looks like I would assume Carmel was home. It doesn't say right here, but I'm assuming Carmel was at home this past week because they're the highest seed, so they probably chose to play home. And then they are playing on the road this week, and Brother Rice is also playing on the road, but I'm pretty sure Brother Rice is probably home against Rockford. I mean,
Mhm.
against Jefferson. So next week, it will probably, if, Brother Rice wins and Carmel wins, it will probably be at Brother Rice since Brother Rice is the higher seed, and they both had one home playoff game. I would assume Brother Rice would choose to play at home, of course. and
Yeah.
they would play Carmel at home. So
Ooh,
let's get it, baby. I
yeah,
can't wait. Let's see. We're gonna see.
that's
Carmel
gonna
still
be
has to
nice.
play Jacobs, so they don't want to look past that game. But not Carmel. Brother Rice has to play Jacobs, so they don't want to look past that game. But like I said, I got Brother Rice is still my favorite to win 7A. They only loss comes to Mount Carmel. We all know
True.
how Mount Carmel is, but
Yeah.
hey, if they do some things right in that game, they could have won that game. So we're gonna see, baby. We're gonna see. Let's go to 8A real quick. I don't think there's too many good matchups in 8A. Mount Carmel's playing Belleville East. They're probably gonna blow them out. I'm gonna be honest. Let me see Belleville East record. Excuse me. Oh, I'm tripping. Belleville East is actually what? Who am I thinking of?
I don't know.
Belleville East actually has a pretty good record.
Well, I mean,
Maybe because they got blown. Did they get blown out? Yeah, they got blown out to East St. Louis. So that's probably what I was thinking that.
well, I
But they
mean,
only have 2 losses.
yeah, I don't think that changed the outcome.
Oh no, it doesn't change the outcome because they lost to Edwardsville.
Yeah, I don't think that changes the outcome at all.
Yeah, they lost to Edwardsville, 41-39, and yeah, nah, it's levels.
Yeah.
But yeah, man,
Lincoln Way East, Palatine.
that
Go
should be a
ahead.
good one.
Yeah, it should be going. I said don't count out Palatine, don't count them out. But obviously we want to see the mega matchup. Everybody been waiting all year for this. We thought we was gonna get it in a state championship. It's been raising, conversation about if the seeding should be based on ranking and not record, and this wouldn't happen. Blah blah blah. We don't need to go down that road, but we'll get Mount Carmel and Lincoln Way East in the quarterfinals if they both win. And I think that's what everybody's waiting for. Emmett Dowling, Jonas Williams, that receiving core, Lincoln
Yep,
Waits,
and it would be home at Mount Carmel if they
Yeah,
both win because East St. Louis. I mean, not East St. Louis. Lincoln Way East is playing on the road this week, and Mount Carmel's playing on the road. So I guess they're both gonna only have one home game, and it's gonna go to Mount Carmel,
yeah.
which is gonna be enough. Ooh, we gotta be at that one.
That's the
Oh
one.
snap!
That's the one right there. That's
We
the one.
gotta be at
We
that
have to
one.
pull up. We gotta pull up for
Wait,
that
wait.
one.
All right. So here's the thing. I'm saying this right now. Mount Carmel, bro. If y'all win, let us be able to go to Mount Carmel and Brother Rice and whoever's going to be hosting the game. Obviously, we predicted too far ahead. But if there's going to be a matchup between Brother Rice and Carmel Catholic, right? And a matchup between Mount Carmel and Lincoln Way East, y'all got to do us the due diligence. And I'm begging you, play the games on different days. Please. Please
Yeah,
play the games on different days so we can go to both of them,
for
bro.
sure. For sure.
Please do us this service. I don't even know how it works with selecting the game days. I think they can
Yeah.
select what day they want to play on, right?
I'm not too
I'm
sure.
not. I'm not sure on how that works, but please let it be that the games are on different days, please, bro. Another matchup, rematch. Did Furman and Lions play earlier this year?
Friend and Lions. I
So
don't.
Lions. Here, let me
I
look.
don't believe
I know
so.
Lions just beat York last week.
Yeah.
No, they did not play this year, so this would be their first time playing. So I thought it was a rematch. It's not. But yeah, they're playing From. From is having a good season. They only have one loss. And that is to Barrington. So they have a one loss against a good team. And yeah, they've been pretty much beating all of the other teams pretty convincingly. What you got between that matchup, From or Lions?
I can't call it. Haven't seen either of them play too much, so just hoping for a good game there.
I
But
will
Frem has a lot
say,
of talent. Frem has a lot of talent, though.
yeah, From has a lot of talent. Lions has played a decent amount of good teams though too as well. So I think Lions has the better schedule
Mm.
as far as being battle tested. But yeah, going down to another one, it looks like it's another rematch between HF and
Lockport.
Lockport. Who won that first matchup?
I wanna say HF did. I don't
But
or
Lockport's been hot, bro.
they have been hot.
See, momentum
So
in the
what is it,
playoffs is
5 in a row?
everything, bro.
What is this, 5 in a row now for them? I believe 5 in a row,
Something
something
like
like
that.
that? Yeah, because I know we talked about that, But yeah, Lockport is rolling. That momentum is crazy. So we'll see. But I believe HF won that game this season.
Yep, HF won 28-13.
Yeah.
But yeah, it should be a good matchup. Lockport has won 3 in a row, actually.
Okay.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong team. My bad. I'm looking at HF's record. Lockport has won 6 in a row.
6 in a row. That's a
Yep.
2. Yeah, they rolling. So I mean,
They are
momentum is
rolling. It's a
crazy.
brand
So
new
we'll
season
see.
for them.
Yeah, we'll see. That should be, and they're at home. And what I say about Lockport, they're building, bro. They're building. In 2 or 3 years, don't be surprised they get over that hump, boy. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, they win this game, get to the quarters. Hey, I'm telling you, Lockport and FA was the first person to talk about Lockport before it even happened, bro. So,
Yeah, because you had the inside scoop because you trained a lot of their kids.
yeah, that's what's up, though. Shout out Lockport, man. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Lockport for real. Also, just some other matches I want to mention. Warren is playing Bolingbrook. And then we have Barrington playing Glenbrook South. Maine South will be playing Hinsdale Central, and then Lane Tech will be playing Oswego. I heard Lane Tech got their first win in the playoffs in a very long time.
Yeah, I believe was it 18 years, 17 years, something like that?
Something like that. Shout out
Yeah,
Lane
shout
Tech.
out
Love
Lane
when
Tech.
CPL schools are doing well. But
Yeah, man.
yeah, man, that there you have it. That's the gambit.
Man, round 2.
Yeah, this is the longest episode we had all year,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
But
150. That's that,
yeah, man. That's because of the bylaw
yeah,
talk. I'm gonna have
hey,
to cut some of that down.
hey, it is what it is, man. They need to get out, bro. Why I can't wait to get the reception on that and start. I just like to, just to have that conversation started.
Honestly, I think a lot of that stuff we said earlier probably gonna piss some people off. It's gonna be hella comments on that.
I don't think, but why would it though? I mean, you know what? It is what it is. I'm not even asking why. I
I
ain't.
mean,
Yeah, it's just like, hey, if you don't want to deal with reality and the truth and facts, then get the fuck on. Like this ain't the place for
mhm.
you. Because that don't change nothing. That doesn't change anything. So it's like you want to complain just to complain, or you want the real, you want the facts. Like it's real simple, bro. But hey, it is what it is, bro. People gonna be mad regardless. It don't matter if you doing good shit or not.
That is very true.
Yeah.
But good luck to the teams in round 2. And yeah, this is the off season podcast, episode 42, I believe.
Getting up there, man.
Yeah, we getting up there. We'll be back next week to cover more things. We may make some talking heads and some reels about other things that's happening in the sports world. Shout out Miles McLaughlin, kid that we interviewed. He just broke the state rushing yard record, and TD record. I didn't even realize he broke the TD record too.
Crazy.
Um, but yeah, everybody keep balling. It's playoff time. Keep going, keep fighting. Win to go home, and we'll be back next week to cover it all. But also stay tuned and keep up with the legislative commissions or the 23 bylaw proposal. What do we call that process? The
Mm,
bylaw proposal
uh,
process.
yeah,
Yeah, just keep up
yeah.
with the 23 bylaw proposals and see what's happening with that. So you can find all of that information on the IHSA website. It's on the front page. It's real easy to find. I'll make sure I put a screenshot
Maybe
of navigating it.
maybe we
So
should put the link in our bio.
link in our bio. Hey,
Right. Whatever we
maybe.
gotta do to get people to fucking take the first step to educating themselves, whatever we gotta fucking do.
Yeah, man. But any last remarks you got to say, FA?
Hey man, appreciate this moment that y'all have. Second round is when to go home, man. Like, just leave it all on the field, bro, because it's done after this. You lose, you out. So enjoy it.
100%. Well, Soft Season Podcast, episode 42. We out.